Orphans LLC presents The 13 Orphans. Shouting Girl, with an anger all ferocious. Chapter 2, A Shouting Perfection. Shouting Girl seemed so plain and normal, when playing games just simple and informal, like skipping a rope or combing her doll Egg Claire's hair. Nothing seemed alarming that might make you stare. But Shouting Girl's shouting was really atrocious. Underneath she was a girl who was unbearably ferocious. She would change so fast from happy and demure, straight into an anger and rage so pure. What could spark all this and make everything go amiss? No one would dare to guess what could make this kind of stress. A girl just waiting to explode, after which she might implode. No one knew what to do, it's true. They weren't even sure if there would ever be a cure. So when Egg Claire's head fell to the floor, everyone gasped and froze and waited for more. As Shouting Girl turned that light crimson shade, she tapped her foot and made all the orphans afraid. And then came that one nasty little pout. Her eyes widened, and she began to ferociously shout. And all creatures, bugs, and orphans always ran in every direction the moment that Shouting Girl became the shouting perfection, and they ran as fast and far as they could from the scene that was crazy and misunderstood. And as one child fainted, another cried out, "Please stop her, please save us from Shouting Girl's shouts." All the orphans watched Shouting Girl amazed from afar, as she turned into this creature which was so dreadful and bizarre, and no one understood or knew what to say. Why would Shouting Girl even act this way? What always followed were many tones of red in a flurry, as she shouted at all the children who had hidden in such a great scurry. But no one ever yelled back. No one dared make a sound then. They were afraid what would happen if Shouting Girl found them. Because Shouting Girl's vengeance was more than a menace. She was cool, she was cruel, she was more than unkind, much like an angry coiled rattlesnake ready to unwind, and spreading her venomous words in every direction. Yes, this girl had become a truly poisonous, shouting perfection. With one final yell, all the mirrors in the orphanage broke and fell, and Shouting Girl looked a little shocked, but not unpleased with the results of her extreme shouting disease. A look of pure innocence swept over her face, with only the very tiniest hint of disgrace. Then Shouting Girl became so very calm. There was peace on earth without any qualm, but all the orphans knew that any invisible or tiny erosion would bring on another shouting explosion. So often they tiptoed around her without any words. Around her they did not want to be heard, like walking on eggshells, since they couldn't really tell what had happened to Shouting Girl to make her so unwell. And Shouting Girl put back Egg Claire's head with a really tight twist, and mischievously held her in her wrong from right fist, with no clue what would be next to make her uncontrollably vexed. Just part of this Shouting Girl mystery, which had such a long history. All the orphans knew she had a problem. It was simple as that, from silent to ferocious in 1 second flat.